I hope people learn things about the team, because I learned a lot about the team. As immersed as I have been in its history for a long time, I learned things about the team that I found eye-opening and enlightening, and even basic things that had never really occurred to me before. The location of the Riders' first venue, Dominion Park on the corner of 7th Avenue and Broad Street in Regina, that's where the Value Village sits now. And I didn't know this until I really started diving into the research for the book, but on Broad Street there's 4 markers signifying this is where the Roughriders played their first home game. I never knew that. I'd probably driven by that hundreds of times, thousands of times, but I did not know that those markers were there. So suddenly the Value Village parking lot has an entirely new meaning to me. It never really hit me. I'd always kind of assumed the Riders or the Regina Rugby Club's first game was played in Regina. No, it was played in Moose Jaw on October 1st, 1910. What was then known as the Moose Jaw Baseball Grounds. That's now part of Crescent Park, where the Moose Jaw Public Library now sits. That's where the Riders played their first game. They lost to the Moose Jaw Tigers way back when. So that kind of stuff, I knew about 1910, I knew about the Regina Rugby Club, but their first game was in Moose Jaw. And there were only 2 teams in the league that year. Regina played Moose Jaw 4 times. Didn't win a game.
Really brilliant at home.
I hope people can kind of revel in the team's history leading up to the West Final, because they're making history by even being in a West Final at home. It just doesn't happen that often. This is only the second time in the lifespan of Gaynor the Gopher that the Roughriders have played in a Western Final at home. That's amazing when you consider the history of this team and how much it's beloved, but its history in the playoffs hasn't always been that great. But I think that's a testament to the longevity of the franchise and the resilience of the fan base. They've put up with some tough years in order to enjoy those rare championships. And so when those opportunities come along, I think people enjoy them more because they're not taken for granted. The Edmonton Eskimos once won more Grey Cups consecutively than the Roughriders have won in their history. So when they come along, you enjoy them. When there's a West Final in Regina, despite the fact this place might still be frozen, enjoy it, revel in it. It might be a twice in a lifetime, 3 times in a lifetime thing at this rate.